Beautiful evening once again, and you're welcome to Digital Skillup Africa Project Management class. It's that time where we talk project management. If you are with me on board tonight, can you confirm that you can hear me loud and clear and we are on the same page and ready for tonight's session? Okay, all right. Good and beautiful evening. I can see Patience, Oge, Priscilla, Lizzie, Patience, Faith, Usikweme, Philip, Casey, Lara, Funto, Enekwechi, and the list is endless. I may not be able to mention all our names, but trust me, we are ready, and I'm sure that everyone on board tonight's class is ready. Okay, so welcome to another week where we talk project management. Okay, my name is Kingsley Adiole, and with me tonight as my co facilitator is Nancy Baba Ali. We are welcome. All right, by way of our usual practice, can I just ask, how was your weekend? How have you been able to implement some of what we have been taught in class? I'm not really expecting um, a total commitment to that, but if you've been able to make a few, you know, adjustments to your projects or implemented some of the things that we talked about here, I think that would also help us going forward. So, you're welcome. Okay, so Ifeoluwa, good evening. Oh, Oluremi Jayeola. Okay, you are mentioned now. Okay, so please don't, never mind, okay? Never mind, never mind, never mind, okay? It's fine. Don't, never mind. You are mentioned now, okay? All right, so who else needs mentioning? So let's just get, just to confirm what what we key takeaways for the last time out, okay? Just need to confirm that we're all cool and good to go. Okay. Yeah, good evening, Stella. Good evening, Ifeolua. Good evening, Joseph. Modupe Tomilade. Yes, Orire Nitemi. Yes, my weekend was fine also, but it's also very good to have you here tonight. Okay. Yeah. Ositadima, you're also welcome. Patience says our weekend was awesome. Okay. So let's get back to why we are here. It's all together, all encompassing. So, Lara, my day has been very good, very good. I'm really pressed for time. I wish I could have more, but you can have more time So you just have to work and make use of the day time that you have. Okay, so by way of recap, last week was project monitoring and control, end value management, performance tracking, managing changes and updates, and then agile practices. So let's refresh our minds a little bit. Tonight it's going to be more of um, a bit more practical. So if you have your mobile devices or your PCs, that would be amazing. If you do, okay. So I would be more like a participant today, while you'll be more like also we're sharing the practical class today together. Okay, so let's delve back to our recap. I'm sure last week we did a whole lot of recap, especially last week Thursday before we started the session, and the recap also really helped our session, our classes, and so yeah, Casey says that her laptop is ready. That's great. Okay, so let's delve forward. Any questions for Mr. Kingsley? Are there areas you're not very clear? Well, you need clarity. Okay, so I'm here. Let's take a few questions, and that will now okay. So if you have any questions, please, or any contributions, screen is blank. Joel, okay, try to refresh your. Okay, you can try to do that. Let's be sure. But from my end, you should be seeing recap. There should be recap on your screen. Okay, there should be recap on your screen. Okay, there should be. So let's confirm. Oh, Franklin, just take it. Just let's don't be in a hurry. Okay, we will definitely get there. Okay, so just take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, slow and steady. Okay, so we're still on recap. Okay, so Joel, you can do that. Okay. All right. So questions? Any questions? Yes. Last week, project monitoring and control, and it really helped. So can I confirm any newbies? Anything new that you learned from the last class? What exactly did you learn? Anything special? Any questions? So I need to confirm. If there are any questions, then we can take them. But if there are none, then we push forward. Okay, Stella says that she learned that many variables affect how the project progress at each stage. Variables may be funds, materials, strategies, or the systems that we actually put in place. So that's very good. I really commend what you've learned so far, which is very good. Okay, very good. Yes, Comfort says she got a better understanding on Scrum and Sprint. That's good. That's also very good. Yeah, Nikeme says Happy New Month to everyone, which is also very good. So it's also good. I'm also wishing everyone a Happy New Month. Okay, so it's a great one. Okay, so it's a great one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just taking a look at the chat box, and Adebayo says that she learned in our last class about managing changes in projects, where I learned about the types of change management which are anticipatory, reactive, incremental, strategic. So, which is also very key to our study last week, which is very good. I'm also very glad to hear that you learned this much, being able to pick that aspect as well. Okay, so it's very important to pick that aspect of our learning. Okay, so thank you, thank you for that learning, which you okay. So we actually have anticipatory, reactive, incremental, and strategic as the types of change management, where anticipatory, from the name you can see, to anticipate means to prepare for changes in advance, and reactive means an unexpected event has occurred, and you're trying to manage a crisis situation. More or less, there's little time to plan. Okay, and here you need to make quicker decisions. But when you talk about incremental, it means that you are open to gradual changes over an extended period, like where you are trying to add new features to an existing application. And also, we talked about the strategic, where strategy is just like making significant changes which can impact the overall direction of an organization. So it's very key, very important. And I can see here, oh, Yahaya Biliamino, I think I got that correct, is happy to join the class. And this is the first time we're having Bilia here with us. You're welcome. Okay. You may have missed, yes, I can't say you haven't, but pick up from where, pick something today, and you can always do refresh yourself with previous class videos of what we have learned um, over the past few weeks. Okay, and Titilayo says that she learned about the allocation of funds, that teamwork is good in every stage. Yes, it's very important to work together as a team. It's very important to work together as a team. We can achieve little when we try to do it all, especially where it has to do with team. Okay, but where we work together, we collaborate. It helps us to achieve more, like where we talked about building high performing or high performance teams. Okay, all right, okay. Mrs. Samuel, a shout out goes to you, that you've really done excellently well for the ability to manage them on the WhatsApp platform. Okay. And then Casey brings us to Agile. Yes, it was one very interesting session that we had where we talked about managing projects in smaller bits. Okay. Well, like we talked about sprints where we can there can be change can be applied in between, at the end, almost at the end, anytime in between the project. Okay. And she also talked about continuous constant feedback and improvement. So there are a whole lot. Bisola talked about change management processes where we need to, yeah, there are 5 things we mentioned that the last class where we talked in that class where we mentioned things we need to do, especially as it involves the change management process, like identifying potential change, where we have to assess it, we have to plan the change, we need to evaluate and all that. So, Martins, you're welcome. And then we talked about Lara. Yes, Lara brings us to performance tracking. Everything we do in project management has to do with performance. We need to review how well, how good, how bad we have done on the project. So it's very important if we can understand that. So one of the things we learned that she learned, Timmy Lehin says, is that change is one constant thing in life, is inevitable, but the way we react to those changes matters a lot. I think that's the summary of that. Yeah, so I think it's very key. Yeah, very, very important for learning. Okay. Yes, Adebayo says that she picked something that I said, and that change is inevitable, and you can't plan for it at all. Well, if I must rephrase it, yes, or better simply put this way, that um change, we must anticipate change. Change can come at any time. Okay, it's not something that you can say you just sit somewhere and say there will never be change. Okay, so changes are bound in our projects, but how we are able to present, manage, and control it is very important. So I want to say a very big thank you, a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. Why we do recap here every class is so that we can bring everyone up to speed where we stopped, refresh ourselves, and then pick up from there and move on for the new day. Okay, so today is another wonderful day, very interesting. It's going to be. Steven talks about the change request form. Yeah, so the change request form is also very important, which has to do with there are key elements you must see in your change request form, and they must we're looking at the project name. The form must have a reference number. We must talk about the change, why the change. Okay, what outcome is the change expected to bring to the project? Are there any risk it's going to come with? Would there be any resources that would be spent, cost, and other things like that? Then you also have to, signatures need to be appended, okay, of both the project manager, the change coordinator, and then the project sponsor. So these are things that must come in to together, okay. All right, so it's that time where I think we've really done some good justice to recap. Okay, so I'm sure that one thing that recap does is, even if you can recall everything, when you have recap, it brings your mind a little bit closer home. Okay, to understand some of the things that we did, why we did them, and here we are. Okay, so let's go to our session tonight. Okay, we would be looking at project management tools and techniques. Okay, so project management tools and techniques. So why project tools and techniques? Everything we do have their tools. If you have a vehicle, your vehicle has tools as well. Okay, and there are ways you use your vehicle to navigate. Sometimes, as those who are drivers or who have vehicles here can confirm that, um, if you drive a vehicle that is not yours, the first time you mount on that steering may not, it may give you a different feel. Okay, but when it is your own vehicle, you know that there is always a, there is something, it's yours. Okay, there is no ambiguity here, that yes, we know it is yours. But when it's a different vehicle, it's always like that. Okay. Oh really? Yes, Nancy is fine. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I clearly understand. Okay. Yes. Yes, she's okay. She's fine. Okay. All right. So she's doing good. She's doing good, and she's also saying hi to everyone. Okay. Okay. All right. So at some point in the class, she's going to say hello to everyone. Okay. So let's delve quickly into our session tonight. I'm sure that we are ready. We're going to do just very few talking, and yeah. So that's it. So okay, I can see a lot of us are saying that we are all ready. So and so my co-facilitator Nancy Baba Ali is here to say hi to the class. So Nancy, over to you. Hello, Nancy.
Hi everyone. I hope we're all doing well. It's nice to see you all in class. Thank you so much for checking in. I am so happy that you all are in class, and I wish you all the very best day, and God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy, for that lovely and wonderful voice. So yeah, she's already a prof now. I can see a lot of us saying Prof Nancy. That's good. So all right, having heard from Nancy, she's good, she's great. So let's delve back into our study tonight. Project management tools. Why project management tools? So I did mention that by instance, a vehicle, even the human body is made up of tools and techniques. So without those tools and techniques, it would be very difficult for our body system to function very well. So it's very important for us to understand that every system has its unique methodology, its unique modus operandi. Okay, that is the way mode of operation. Okay, so when we talk about tools, PM tools, project management tools, we are saying that these are softwares that actually help us as project managers and people who work in teams and with teams to meet our goals more effectively and efficiently, and yet we are managing the resources on that particular project. So the some of the activities we may be doing with these project tools include distribution of tasks, okay, tracking time. Already we have a lot of organizations are involved in different projects where you have to time, you have to clock in and clock out. Okay, and then we talk about budgeting and resource planning. Then we have team collaboration. Sometimes you see teams using WhatsApp, and that the essence of it is for them to communicate. Okay, so they whole lot. Sometimes these tools are actually referred to as task management softwares. I think I can recall while working in one of the organizations, we used a software called PRS. So um, it's just for project monitoring. Okay, so our tasks from initiation to all, it cuts across the five different project life cycles that we have talked about. Okay, so some of that time it can be called project portfolio management. So sometimes when organizations say, "Can I see your portfolio?" It means things you have done, maybe from for completion and all that. So how you were able to get it done. So comfort, yeah. Good evening. Welcome everyone once again. So it's a whole lot. Okay, so what are some of the things we can do with um, PM tools? Okay, so I'm sure we are now familiar with the terminologies here. So when I mention PM in this regard, you can understand project management tools. Okay, and in other regards, where we're talking about the project manager, so it's relative. Okay, so we should be able to apply for understanding. Okay, so we've talked about Gantt charts. Okay, some of the project visualization tools in our previous classes, where there is a task to be done. You assign team, you assign roles and responsibilities. You can either decide to use the assignment responsibility matrix, okay, where you delegate, you assign, and all that. And there are some days attached to it, and there's a timeline for you to actually um, achieve it. Okay, so we also have PERT chart. Okay, so where you use um, it's more graphical in nature, so it's just like a sister to Gantt chart. In Gantt chart, you are using more of a tabular system, but in PERT chart, you are using the pet in the pet chart, you are using graphs or diagrams to actually explain it. Okay, also we have a status table. A status table is more like where you have the task, who you assigned it to, what is the level of priority given to that particular task that someone has been assigned to. Okay, and you're also looking at the status of that particular, is it ongoing, has it been completed, or not started. And then you can also add to it a bar, like a status bar, like where you have your battery. You know, if it is 50%, you know it's half. If it is 20, 25, you know it's less than a quarter. And then when it is 100%, you know it's still full. So then we also have the work breakdown structure chart, where you have your project that you've broken down into subtasks or sub activities or phases. And in each phase or in each task, there are subtasks attached to it or assigned to it. So these are some of the things we can do with the PM tools, okay? And then we also have our calendar as well. So your calendar also helps you to track time and days of the project progress. And then you can also use a mind map. Okay. So a few of us, I'm sure we've heard of mind maps. Okay. So what we can actually do with mind maps, where you think something comes into your head like an idea, you try to project it, okay, and you look at it's just like, instead of your mind mapping, let me use it, I don't want to use that word mind map, but it's where you're thinking out loud but in a more different way, okay. So there are different types of mind mapping tools that are available, okay. So we also have timelines, okay. Timelines is just like where you're also talking about how you use your the end product of your timing or your task, each particular task, like when am I expected to finish this, when am I expected to finish the next, when am I expected to finish the tasks after the two tasks that are ahead. So you um tag alongside it a time frame where you expect to conclude it, okay, just to track project progress. So these are things we can do with project management tools. So we also have some valuable project management tools available today, or in the society or in the globe, okay, where we're not just talking about a particular, so this list is not um exhaustive. So we have different other types of PM tools, softwares that are available, okay. I'm sure so let me don't say anything yet. How many of us, I think we can see what we have on the screen, okay. So which of these tools are you familiar with? Let me see in the chat box. Which of the tools are we familiar with? Let's see. Which tool are you familiar with? In the chat box. Let's go to the chat box and see which tool we are familiar with. Let's see. Okay. Bumi says that she is aware of Trello. Pamela says the same thing. Okay. Onzurike says she's aware of from Asana and Trello. Okay. I can also see some says here none. Okay. Silas says it's aware of ClickUp. Okay. All right. So yeah, Miracle, Trello, Slack, Asana. Okay. Oluchi, Slack, and Asana. Okay. I can still see Slack, Asana, Trello, ClickUp, Slack. Okay. No one here has used MS projects, Microsoft projects. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, so all right. Ogi says Asana and MS projects. Okay. Ola Babalola. All right. So, okay. I'm sure. So, some of these softwares are actually um um paid. Okay. You have to subscribe. You have a subscription to it. Okay. Some you may have a month free access, and after that you may not be really able to use all the features, okay, available. All right. um okay, Biola says Monday, Trello, that's monday.com, Trello, MS Project, and ClickUp. So Esther says use Jira, Trello, Monday, and Asana. Okay, so I'm sure it all depends on the organization you work with. Okay, Sassinel says she has heard of Zoho, Trello, Asana, Slack, but really don't know how to use them. All right, the main thing here is that they are all um, project management tools in their own ways. Okay, so it's just like to say here, we are all traveling to Enugu, for example. All right. But you may decide to go through different routes just to get to Enugu. All right. So most especially Asana, Trello, um combine more of um you can even have calendars that can remind you of activities, okay, that you need to do. Okay, when it's time, it would even ring an alarm. Okay, just like where you set your calendar. Okay, Jira also, where you can also assign, even in Asana too and Trello, you can assign um tasks, projects, tasks to people. Okay, when they come on board, they can actually see it, or they can even be notified that they have actually been assigned a particular task by maybe the project lead or the project manager or the person in charge of the particular project. Okay. And then Zoho too. They are also a mailing client where they combine different features. So same thing with Rike. Smart Sheets is more from chat, where you're trying to assign activities um, to your projects and get timelines. So assigning of tasks is a common feature among most of the project management tools. Okay, so they are all apps. Yes, they have mobile apps as well to go with it. Okay, so yeah, thank you, King David. So some organizations, you move into the organization, you start working, and you get to find out that they are using some of these tools. So you can't necessarily change it. Okay, so if that's what they use, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, they do. Why we said like for example a Gantt chart. Okay, a Gantt chart you can prepare in project MS projects. Okay, so you can always even use Excel to it. Okay, Olawumi says they use Trello in a place of work. So it all depends. Even those who are using ClickUp, Comfort, really, I can't recommend um, anyone per se here. Let it not look like Mr. Kingsley said Trello is better than Asana. They all perform very similar function. Okay, but it all just depends on which one you want to use. So you may decide that you want a Samsung phone, a Redmi phone, a Nokia phone, but they have basic functions Most definitely, you receive phone calls, you answer phone calls, you take photos, and things like that. So that's just how it is. Okay. So depending on the organization, they have reasons why they prefer Jira, for example, to Asana, to Trello, and things like that. Okay. So yes, every organization have their preferences, which that they want as at that time. Okay, there are people that will tell you that no matter what, they're not going to use a Nokia phone. There are people who will tell you that no matter what, they will not use Samsung. Okay, not that they don't like the product per se or the features, but they have preferences. Okay, so it's all just like that. Okay, so I think I was on about I think I was on a project mobile where we developed a mobile app across 5 different organizations where we use Slack. Okay. So it was good because we had a high number of people. Okay. So that time we needed Slack was just needed for that purpose. So no, it all depends on your preference. So I've worked in when I consulted with NGO, an NGO organization, we used Asana and Trello combined. Okay. MS project, yes, with an engineering firm, yes. Jira, the same thing, where we combined with you must have an Atlassian account. So it all depends. Zoho, I'm also using Zoho currently, and it all depends. It all depends on preferences. So Slack is also it's a communication tool. So some of the things we're talking about here tonight is we're looking at project management tools generally. Okay. So no problem. Femi, thank you. I also appreciate. Okay. So I'm here for you. All right. So let's feel free. We have to be as free as possible, down to earth as possible, so that we all can get the best and learn. It's where we have to unlearn, learn, and relearn at the same time. Okay. So as a beginner, yes, as a beginner, um, depending on your preferences, is for if it's for I think they are not as difficult to use. They are not. They are not as difficult as maybe we do think. Okay, but I don't know, but I think a lot of us have. If Slack is majorly for communication, okay, then Asana and Trello, if you are into, let's say, more of where tasks are assigned to you on a weekly basis, okay, you can use that. Okay. um, I want to see if which I can actually log into on my device. If they can open up, then I will share my screen so that we can see. But it all depends on which is going to open up. Okay. Okay. So just a moment. I'm still trying to. Okay. I think maybe let me see which would open up. Anyone that opens up first. So if you have um any of these, you can open up any of them. Yes, you can use the app. Please, you can go to your, if you're using a mobile phone, you can go to Asana, Okay, you can go to Asana, you can log into. Okay, let me try and share my screen. Okay, let me just try and share my screen. Just a moment. Just a moment, please. Mm, I'm still on it, please. Just hold on. Oh no. Okay. Um, can I confirm my Trello screen is showing? Can you see the Trello board? Okay. All right. So this is actually what Trello looks like. Okay. Um, yes, maybe because I already have an account with Trello. Okay. So you can there are templates if you need to use. Okay. I need to be sure that you can see my screen. Okay. So for those who need, like I said, this is a practical, this is a hands-on session. Okay, so you can try it out as well if you can. If you have a PC, yes, you can try just to try it out. It's not like it must be what you will be using thereafter. Okay, so yes, please. Trello is seamless. Asana is seamless. Jira is also seamless. I think I would also share that. It's not opening up yet. um but I can always do that. So you can always, there are templates, okay, for different things you may want to do. Okay, so there are a whole lot of templates here, like let's say your project management. Okay, so for those who may want to use, you are new, you don't know what exactly to use it for. Okay, but if you don't want to use templates, you can just get back to the board. Okay, so I've not even joined this particular account. I just created it for this particular account for this session. Okay, so you can decide to work on anything. You can just work on anything. Okay, so I just want to create up something. Okay, so this is DSA class, PM class. Okay, so cake. Okay, we're planning a musical concert. Okay, so I'm going to make it choose. It's just going to be private, so I'm going to create one. So now you can see what exactly it looks like. So I have a to-do list. Okay, let me go back to the chat box. Oh yeah, this for now this is just a Trello dashboard. Okay, Okay, so yeah, just click on download Trello, maybe app, or um it's not yet time for attenders, Adekunle. Okay, so just please hold on. All right, so we are still, yeah, Trello is similar to Jira. Yes, I know that some of us are not familiar with it. We are just trying to explain what we can do with it. Okay. Okay. So I hope I'm not too fast. I just hope I'm not too fast. Okay. The first thing is to, okay. All right. Just open, yes, click on Google. When you click on Google, okay. I think um let's see. So you go to Google once okay. So on Google, you just search for Trello. So you can just Trello free download or download Trello, anyone. Then you just click on the first one, Trello. So once you click on Trello, okay, so you can see all here you can for the web, mobile, or your desktop. Either you're using a Mac or Apple device or a Windows device, a Windows PC. So you can then download. Okay. I'm using a Windows PC, so I have to download. I already have it. So once I click here, it takes you to go further to start downloading, but I don't need to download anymore. Then you click on download. Okay. So once you click on download, Trello pops up and that is it. Okay. So that is Trello for you. Okay. Then after downloading, you may have to sign up. If you're using a Gmail, you can either register with a new Gmail. Okay. Register, sign up using email, or you can continue using maybe your Gmail where you'll be prompted to sign in, and you have to enter your password and all that. And that's where it takes us back to that screen where we're talking about. Okay. All right. So we go back to um yes, please, you can always download from the Play Store. Okay. Okay, so what we are doing is we just want to have an overview idea of some of these apps. Okay, just see how it works. Okay, so even yes, you can download it. They have a mobile app. Yes, they have a mobile app. Okay, so like I said, some of them are premium. You may have to pay after a month. Some will give you a free trial for 1 month. But some organizations purchase these, they subscribe, okay, for a year and use it. Like Asana, I'm sure when we used Asana in organization, we paid for it. Zoho, we are paying for it. So most of these PM tools we're not using any free version. So I just have to make it clear, we're not using any free version at all. So back to where we we were before I had to go back. So I just created a task or a project. So I just said DSA PM class, a musical concert. So I'm planning actually a musical concert. So I have a to-do list. Okay, so I'll definitely add in my to-do list. So let's see. Can someone give hit me up? We are preparing for a musical concert. So what can we in our to-do list? What can we add in our to-do list? Yes, for now, after downloading, you can use them. Okay, for practice. Nobody is not going to close up on you. Okay, so it's not going to use up on close up on you. Okay, yeah, just relax. Okay, feel free and learn. So let's plan a musical concert together. Okay, so what can we put in our to-do list? Anyone in our to-do list? Yes. Okay, gather instrumentalists. Thank you, venue for the event. Okay, so let's gather. That's one. I would gather instrumentalists. Okay, so number two, I'm going to venue, right? So then sound. Okay, rehearsal studio, sound. Okay, food and drinks. Okay, let's stop there. Let's now go to, I'll add those ones and let's go to doing. So what do we use as our doing? Okay, let's for doing. So I've added sound, and then number four, I think someone mentioned something. Food and drinks. Okay, so food and drinks. So I think that's all. Then we go to doing. What are we doing now? What are we doing? So what can we add to doing? Doing. Let's go to doing. Okay. Oh, a lot of comments. So doing. I know there's going to be a whole lot. Okay. So we are going to practice. There'll be a whole lot. So what are we doing? What should we include in the doing right now? What should we include under the doing? Okay. Okay. Sourcing for funds. Okay. Thank you. Sourcing for funds. Okay. Number two, voice training. Number three, visibility, which includes, let's say, adverts, etc., and things like that. Then number four, budget preparation. So then number five here, assigning tasks. Okay. So we are you would definitely arrange them based on order of preference. Okay. So number six, making research. So we can see how easy it is. So let's go to done. What have we done? So oh, it's time for attendance. Okay. So let's go for attendance. When we return, we would continue. Okay. All right. So when we return, we would continue. All right. Let's take a break right now. Okay. So see you the second half of the class. Okay. So my name remains Kingsley Adule. All right. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, all right, thank you. You can confirm that you can hear me. Thank you. All right, so let's roll. Let's roll quickly. All right, so we head back to where we stopped. Okay, so let me just show us a few more things and then we go ahead. So we were looking at Trello earlier on. Okay, and so we okay, so it's just okay, so there are a whole lot to look back to. Okay, so let's just come back. So we try to add a to-do list and a doing list and a list for something we have done. So let's add something here. What could we say we have done? We have engaged with stakeholders. Um, with top performing artists, right? So two, we created awareness. Okay. All right. So what else? Maybe one or two more. Okay. Three, we procured all what did we procure here? All the instruments, right? All musical instruments. Okay. Then four, venue secured. And okay, venue booked. Okay. Event venue picked, submitted letters. Um, After submitting letters, we still need feedback. Submitted letters, but awaiting feedback. Okay. So we can see the list is endless. So now it's becoming clearer that we hello, can you hear me? I can say no sound, no sound. Can you hear me? Can I confirm? Okay, please just refresh your page. Okay, maybe. Okay, all right. So it could be your network. Okay. So vendor security, we can add more. We're just creating an example. Okay. For okay. All right. So I think on the premium version or a paid version, you will have a planner where you can connect your calendar here. Please take very good look. Here you can see where you connect your calendar, and then you can now add these activities. Okay, maybe for example, you can just pick some of them to where you can put your to-dos in a calendar. Okay, maybe today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, just like that. Okay, so yes, we are trying to just carry everybody along so that I don't get it. Stephen, I hope you understand. Okay, so we want everybody to follow. Okay, Yes, we can actually drag and drop. Okay, but I'm not using the version I'm using is very free. Okay, it's not a subscribed plan. Okay, so I can still do that. Okay, all right, so I can still actually connect my calendar to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to allow Google Trello to access my calendar. So I've connected that already. So we can see now. Today is Monday, so maybe tomorrow I'm going to gather. So that's let's say by 10 a.m. Okay, so it will definitely not allow me to do that because I need to be on a premium version. I hope you understand. Okay, so but for those who are already using it in the organizations, you can see that um, you can just do this. Okay, so you can drag and drop. Okay, so I don't want to try premium free. Okay, I'm only doing an explanation just for the purpose of this class. Okay, all right, so what else? Okay, so you can also switch. You may also have other tasks you're working on. So you may add someone else's, maybe like you have 2 or 3 other colleagues you want to also other things you may need to schedule. Okay, so you can also do that, but I'm going to go back to this. Okay, so and then if um I have an inbox. Okay, let's say you can also, that's the some of the added features is you can connect to your mobile app. Okay, so when you get to the mobile app, so you can sync it with, so whatever activity you're doing here reflects on the app as well. So if you have a Microsoft Teams account, or you can also connect it. If you have a Slack account, you can also connect, and you can also forward any email, maybe for whatever purpose, to this particular so once I click this, it toggles it off and on. Okay, so this is it. So that's Trello for you. It's quite easy. Okay, it's not ambiguous. So it's something you can easily use. Okay, so it's not difficult in any way. Okay, so I hope we have some understanding, especially for those who are new to Trello. Okay, I hope we have some understanding right now. Do we? Okay. All right. I'm happy to hear that as many that are new to Trello can actually at least they have an understanding of what it is right now. Okay. All right. So we're going to exit this, but if you have any questions, please you may ask. Okay, while I try to connect up to, so yes, any questions if you have. Okay, so what next? All right, so any other questions? Just need to be sure if there are still questions. Okay, all right. Thank you, Sasanel. All right, so let's move down to, okay, let's see. Yeah, oh, sorry about that, Casey. Okay. Um, Looking at questions in the chat box. Okay, how do we follow up the to-do list on Trello, and what is the advantage? Okay, now for now, if you look here, you can see um I want to set up something during the next day, during the next week. Okay, so there are none yet, but I'm going to, okay, let me clear that. Let me see. Okay, all right. I'm going to do something, but I think that that version is only in the paid view. You have more things you can do on the paid version, okay? Where, let's say, for whatever I'm doing here, from whatever I'm doing, I can actually add, we will see that more in when we enter Asana, okay? Maybe because of the restrictions, some of the features, I can't access them right now, okay? You can use any of them. It doesn't exclude you from, but once I click on maybe the Tribe Premium plan, it may give me access to assign some to-dos to it. And so this is where we are right now. Okay. I've not even assigned um, any task to anyone yet. So I just created this so I can actually create another board. Okay. So let's see. So here I can still add more description to it. Okay. You can still add whatever I can, like I can say maybe green is when it's completed, maybe red for now is still to do. Okay, and then I can schedule a date to it, tomorrow. Let's see, due date, when should it be due? It should be due on the 7th. Okay, so remind me a day before. So do I have a checklist? Then you can include a checklist just to remind you who are going to be on board that task. Here, I may have other persons which I have added as my members on this board. So I'm just going to include them. For now, it's just me. So there's nothing more to do there. And that's all. Okay. All right. So if there's anything else, there's nothing else to do. Okay. So I'm good to go. So that is it. So by I've set a timeline that by 7th I should be able to have gathered all the instrumentalists. So I'm going to do this. So it's still going to be to do depending on how you want to set it up. So it's just like an organizer for you. Thank you, Lashe on Fire. So this is completed. So then I can add anything just to describe what was actually done. Okay. and when I'm done, I will just save. Okay, so let's say we invited Davido. Um, who else? Um, no, let me say we invited Kemi. We invited Lashe. They are all top performing artists. So I'm going to save it. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so here I can actually move. So it may be number two, it may be number three. So if I take it down to four, it's already moved. So it goes down to four. Okay. So instead of me numbering them, so in case, for example, I didn't use a numbering, so I can just, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. The names are coming out very well. So Ashake, Ira Star, and co like that. Okay, so is there anything else we need to do on Trello for now? Are we the ones to manually arrange and move tasks? I thought once we set the task, it will progress in moving to the next board by itself. No, you are the organizer, depending on how you set it up. Okay, if you want it, it depends on the task that you are doing. It's not really going to just be automatic. Okay, so once you are done with this, okay, once you are done, you you move it to doing. So once you move it, it will no longer be there. So see it's here now. Okay, it's under doing list. Okay, okay, all right. So all right. So I don't really know how the mobile version looks like right now, like almost immediately, but just follow. Okay, just get the basics. I'm sure maybe all the features may not be available as it is on the um web version, but I think it's a bit similar to, so it may not be far different. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next one. It looks similar on the mobile. Okay. All right. So let's talk. Let's go do one more tonight, and then we call it a day. Maybe tomorrow we can pick another one. And so I'm sure you saw how I was able to move it from, like, from here. Okay. So once you're done, you come up here, you go to the list. Okay. You move it. If it's under done, it's gone. You move, and that is all. Okay. So that is it. So let's close. Let's say we are done with this. Okay. So let's go to another one. Okay. Let's say, so you go to here, Google, you type Asana. Okay. So download Asana. Okay. So whether for desktop or for mobile. Okay. So you click download now. So once you click on download, I have downloaded it, so I don't need to click this anymore. Once you're done here, it will take you to normal. You have to sign up. Okay. So once you're done signing up, it's still going to bring you to We're not talking about agile, waterfall, or hybrid right now. We are just looking at some of the tools that you can generally use to organize your work, communicate, and all that. Okay. So I'm going to now share another screen with you. So let's go to Asana. Okay, so this is just basically what Asana looks like. Okay. Um, okay. All right. Before that, I want to show us something. Okay. Um, just a moment. Let's see. So when after you click on download, you download the Asana. It's going to bring you to I think this. Don't know what. Okay. So for example, you're done signing in to Asana. You're done signing in. I hope we can see my screen, my shared screen. No, there is nothing else to do. Like I said, you just have to go to download. After you download the Asana app, or that on your mobile or on your browser, you have to sign up just like you do normal way you sign up on any. I think I gave um an idea. I don't think it's from here. Okay. Okay, let's work on it. So after, yeah, we're checking up on that. I don't know why it's not full screen, but I don't know. But let me see. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that once you go to Asana, I think I did that as well. Maybe for purpose of emphasis, let me redo that one more time. Okay, okay, okay. So, so what you have to do is just go to Google, navigate to Google, and then type Asana. That's all. And then click download the Asana app. Once you are done clicking this, you scroll down, you would see download now. Where you have this download now button, you just click on it. Okay. Once you click on it, you are going to download um, a setup. Okay. I don't need to download the setup um, one more time. I have downloaded that already. Okay. After downloading the after downloading it, please let's just follow so that I don't have to go back. It's going back now that is affecting our screen. Okay, so when you click on the download now button, it will download a setup file. After downloading the setup file, it will request you to run the setup. Immediately you run the setup, just like you do for any other mobile software, any other software, you register using your email address. Once you are done, you input, it will ask you questions just like how many are you in your organization, your name, basic questions. Then it will now take you to where you will create your first task or your first project. Okay. If you are trying this with me, if you're having any difficulty, please you can ask questions. Maybe I may be able to respond. It mustn't be from Google. No, it mustn't. It mustn't be from Google, please. You can download from any web browser. Okay. You can download from any web browser. Okay. So after downloading it, now let's go to the first page that Asana will pop up for you. Um, if I may go through that process here, okay. Hello, can I confirm? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Can I confirm that you can hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? All right. Okay. All right. So please, um, it will help us by the next class. Let's prepare our minds well ahead of time. If you can access the project management software, PMS project, it will be very good so that we can see some of the tasks and schedules. Maybe by next class, we may take Asana, we may start with Asana again by the next class so that by then you would have been able to set up. Okay. So, okay. So whichever, irrespective of the setup you are using, either for mobile phone or for um, web, two things are involved. Number one, you have to register with your email address. You have to register with your email address. Okay. You will have to register with your email address. So let's say, um, let me see. Let me log out. Okay. Now, this is when you want, well, immediately you download the app, web app or mobile app. To sign in. So if you have a Gmail account on your device already signed in, what you can do is just continue with Google. If you don't, you can register with an email address. You enter the email address, okay? For example, at let's say at gmail.com. This is a fictional address. Then you click on the continue button. Whatever process it takes you up, you have to continue. But I advise, if you have a Gmail account, you can just do continuation of the process. But if you don't have a Gmail account, so I've signed in to this. So once I've signed in, okay, so you're definitely going to see home, tasks, inbox, reporting, and the other aspects. So by the next class, let's get these ready. Just get something ready. Um, yes, I just created this fictional email so that we can use for this session. Okay. By the time you come for the next class, I'm sure you should have gotten ready to explore, right? So we may have to start from there and do the explanation so that everyone will be carried along. So prepare for Asana and Microsoft project in your next class. Okay. And any questions, please? Any questions? If we have questions, please, we can ask. Please get Jira also ready. Jira should be ready by next class. Just register and then MS project. So we'll just do an overview and that will be it. Okay. So this is how Asana looks like. Okay. Is how that's just an overview of what it looks like, where you have a name, to do, doing, and done. They're all similar. Okay. So you have your inbox where you have any activity. You have I've not set up any reporting templates. I've not set up any goals yet. Okay. So I've not set up anything, but I've set up one project which I titled a rider app. So we want to work on a like an app, a mobile app that like works like Uber or Taxify. Okay, so that's a project. So yours could be any project as well, which we are going to work on the next time when we. Okay. All right. I doubt maybe there are no questions, but all right. By the next class, we will do a little recap and we'll get up to speed. Thank you once again for tonight's session. See you in the next session. Thank you once again and have a nice evening. On behalf of Kim Kingsley and Nancy Babali, signing out. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.